Vénganse, vénganse, vénganse. Vamos a jugar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a cantar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a llorar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a fumar hoy, hoy, hoy.
You guys, happy Friday! Welcome to the On This Frequency Meets the Salmon Ray podcast. We're here all night. We're here all night.
Yes.
Natalie, this is Samantha.
Oh yeah, I'm Samantha.
Yes. That's so weird how you're not actually introducing yourself for the podcast today.
Yeah.
And this is like the opposite, like you're on opposite ends. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel like I'm just gonna let you take the lead, and I'm just gonna be like yes and no, and then not really say much.
No, please jump in because I definitely need you for this episode. Yes. Ray is behind the board producing the show. Everyone give a round of applause to Ray. Ta 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 ta.
I'll give myself a round of applause.
Yeah, there you go.
The thumbs down.
He's okay.
You're lucky the kids are here. I'll tell you what to do with those thumbs.
The kids are in the back. They're being good sports right now. Vinny on the chat. Hey,
Hi,
Vinny.
Vinny.
Happy Friday. I feel like it's like we're back to back with Vinny. I didn't see him, right? But he was on the on Ray's Twitch channel yesterday. And then I was lucky enough to catch Ray and Vinny on Twitch. And it's so weird, the lingo, right? But yeah, so here we are again. That makes me really excited. How has your week been?
It's been good. Today is the last day of school, so I'm on break for a week. I'm so excited.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I still have a week of work, and I thought that this was going to be my last day of my project, and it's getting extended for another 2 weeks. So I'm sleep deprived. I then also decided that I was going to add a cycling class challenge. So I'm falling behind on that, and now I have to take 2 classes for the next 3 days in order to meet the challenge. And because I'm a psycho, I decided that was and long story short, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I need a break.
I'm tired hearing that. I was like, okay, wait, you have a project, and then you said you're going to sign up for a challenge?
Yeah, and then I have a toddler and
you
then
have a kid, yeah.
a husband, so that just doesn't help. But anyway, so as you guys can maybe tell or not, I'm not sure, we're on the Britney topic.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears dropped a book.
Her tell-all.
The Bible. When did she drop it? Like 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah, sometime in October.
About 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was super excited because, I mean, it's been years since, she's been under a conservatorship, and then she fell off the planet for a while, and then she came back onto the planet on Instagram, and then it was funky, and then there's just so many things that have happened, and then finally she's here, right? I am the only person on earth that I know that was into Britney Spears until I found you.
Yes.
So then when I saw that you were reading it, I was like, oh my God, finally I can talk to someone about this because nobody gets it. I really felt like the gif on Britney, the guy or the person that was crying, leave Britney alone.
Yes.
I really felt like that.
Yeah.
So
I think everybody who has been watching her felt like that when she finally got her book out. They're like, finally, we're gonna get her side.
Yes, yeah. And so I don't know, what were your initial thoughts about her book coming out? And just, I mean, the whole thing in general. What were your initial thoughts?
I was just excited. I wanted the tea.
Yeah.
I really wanted to know what went down with just everybody, with her family, with Justin, of course.
Yes.
Fuck you, Justin. As of right now, I'm so mad at you. Were you an NSYNC fan? I was a huge NSYNC fan. I thought I was going to marry Justin.
Girl.
So, you know.
Listen, I was definitely, I like Justin. but I wasn't ever like, oh my God, NSYNC. I was Backstreet Boys. I had Backstreet Boys posters. I had all the Backstreet Boys CDs. I still listen to the Backstreet Boys on my playlist. And so when she came out and she's talking about, well, she's just talking, bless her heart, because she's so graceful about the whole thing, and she's really so nice.
She's too nice.
She's so nice.
She's too nice about it.
Justin, he was trying to be something that he wasn't. And I was like, girl, just fucking tell him that he was a fucking dumbass. Just say that he was an idiot, and that's it. Let's just be done with it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so I'm really glad that you feel that way about Justin.
I'm so mad at him. Yes, because, okay, so I know what part you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's where she's comparing the Backstreet Boys to NSYNC and how the Backstreet Boys kind of stayed in their lane and being like who they initially are. Like, they know who they are. They're not trying to be something more than they are. Right. And then NSYNC was trying to be all like hip hop and oh, look at us, you know. And
they were trying to be with, they were trying to get with black artists. And she even said it like, why are you, because Justin said something like faux shizzle or something, right?
Yeah, so in that part, they're walking down the street. I don't know where they're at. I don't know if they're in LA or New York, but they run into Genuine.
Oh,
and he's all blinged out, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Justin's like just him changes, like, oh yeah, faux shiz.
Yes.
Like all this stuff. And then once he leaves, Britney's like her assistant at the time, the older lady, she made fun of him.
Yeah.
She's like, what the hell is that? Faux shiz.
Yeah.
And he got all butthurt about it. But it's like, bro, come on, for real.
And then I can't remember how old they were at the time. And I just think like, to his defense, right? Like, they're probably trying to find their way and who their friends and their space and like this. Yeah. I don't want to say it's their new fame, but it is fame at that time, right? Because they're like the biggest artists ever for their time, and so. But I guess like now you look back, or I guess Britney looks back, and it is like kind of cringy.
Yeah, like,
why
God,
are you doing that?
That was so stupid. But she said it in a nicer way.
She did.
She was way too nice. I think for all the bullshit that people have pulled with her, she was very nice. But like she's even said in the book, she's a Southern girl. Yeah. And was raised to be polite and, not ever to be rude. Respectful. So she would say like, oh, bless his heart.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're over here like, oh, let me just say it for you. Yeah.
What a loser.
Yes. I know. And I think for me, the whole book, I was really wanting for her to just tell everyone to fuck themselves. And she did. Yeah. But she did it in the nicest way. And even in the way that... I can't remember the girl, the lady that narrates the book, Michelle something.
Oh, Michelle Williams. Not to be confused with Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child.
Yeah, I confused that one. I did
like,
that.
Michelle Williams? I was like, she's narrating this? Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, no, that's Heath Ledger's wife, Michelle Williams. Yeah. Yes.
So even in the way, in the tone, because I read the audio book, the audio version, and even in the tone that she reads it was so nice and so graceful. And you could just tell that Britney was trying to let things out without causing anyone any more harm.
Yes.
And I guess that's fair for someone that has been under so much scrutiny all of their lives. I guess you wouldn't want to wish that on somebody else and then have that turn back around to her again. Yeah. Poor girl. There was another part, I think shortly after the whole Justin Timberlake talk, where she was talking about how she was cheated on by Justin, and she mentions a woman that he had cheated with, and she was so nice to say, like,
I'm not going to mention her name because she's famous and has a family now. I'll mention her name.
Tell me, please.
It's Jenna Dewan. Well, everybody's saying it's Jenna Dewan. If you guys don't know who that is, it's Channing Tatum's ex-wife.
Exposing the tea. Sam,
we're just saying.
Let them know.
I'm just saying. It's Jenna Dewan. Look her up. That dirty whore. No,
and it's true. It's like, I guess after knowing who Britney is, it's like, why would you do that to her?
No, the part that pissed me off the most, though, was after he had already broken up with her. She was devastated. She was back home crying crying, not even wanting to talk to anybody because of him.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker shows up at her house with a handwritten letter that he framed and gave to her.
Right.
And it said, I can't breathe without you. Why the fuck would you give her that? You
Tear me
already
apart.
know she's hurt.
Tear me apart.
And you did all this shit for what?
Right.
For what?
Right. To then take to then make a music video to Cry Me a River. Mm-hmm. Like, what a hypocrite.
He could have totally written the song, got his,
let it out.
But also could have used a girl who didn't look anything like her.
Right.
He didn't have to use her likeness. He didn't have to have the girl with the
redhead.
Yeah, with the tattoo in the same spot, and the way she dressed. Fuck that.
I never watched any of their shit. Like, I'm not. We've said this before in our podcast that as much Britney as we talk about, I've never gotten anything on Britney
on your feed,
on any of my feeds, right? And then two, I shouldn't say this as a DJ, but I'm not a big fan of Justin Timberlake. His music is cool, but I'm not.
I appreciate you saying that.
I'm not a big. I'm not a big fan to where I'm like, oh man, I gotta watch his videos and all that. Like, I think I leave that to Samantha, right?
Yeah.
So I take your word on being able to be like, oh yeah, like in this video, he had this chick that looked just like him, and, or look like her, and this and that. I don't get it. And Vinny wanted to know my take on the book, and to be all honest with you, Vinny, I never read the book, so I'm actually just here listening to what's going on, and then just being like, okay, let me dissect what they're saying here and try to understand. Because again, I never get anything on the feeds, and I've been trying, like, come on, let me see the funky ass dances and shit. Like, I want to see that.
But we'll get to that though, because there's a reason behind her dancing on Instagram and just being free per se.
Right.
There's a whole, she talks about it in the book, but we'll get to that.
And there's just so much about her life and the last 14, however long it's been now.
13 years. Well, she was in the conservatorship for 13.
Yeah.
She finally went to court or called 911 in what, 2021?
2021, yeah.
Yeah, 2021. And I think that was after someone had told her about the Free Britney movement. Yeah. Because she hadn't seen anything about it.
Right.
And there were people like, we haven't seen her. She dropped off the face of the earth. So they were like, Free Britney. Yeah, they were concerned. So when someone showed her on TV, like, this is what everybody was doing, she was like, oh shit. People really do care about where the fuck I am.
Life. Yeah. And the thing is, like, she didn't even know, and nobody, I guess, in like a normal, just in any circumstance would know that they could petition their conservatorship, right? And so I think that she mentioned in during her trial or when she was talking with the judge that she didn't know that she can free herself.
Because they kind of kept lying to her, saying that she couldn't, because the lawyer that was appointed to her through the conservatorship, her family, and I guess their lawyer, I don't know, I'm probably confused, but they told her, oh, you can't switch lawyers. Yeah. So anytime she reached out to the shitty lawyer she was appointed, he would just be like, oh, well, I don't know.
Yeah. But sorry, you can't do this.
Help you.
Can't she go back and sue that lawyer though? Like for like some type of like false
right, like something. Negligence kind of. I think negligence, right?
Negligence probably.
I hope so, and I think that that's the part of the book that I was really looking for, and I think you told me, Sam, right, that she was going to come out with a part 2, and I hope that that's the part, and even in the next couple of years where we get to find out or get to see that Britney does, have some justice and put those people in their place, because her dad was shit. All of those lawyers, the security guards, everyone involved knew directly that she could have lived differently, and they just allowed this. So,
and the part that really pissed me off, or like it hurt, because she has sons
Yeah.
And they used that as a way to keep her doing what they wanted her to do.
Yes.
So they would promise her like time with her sons if you do this. If you follow our rules and follow what we're telling you to do, you can see them. And she said something along the lines of like, if I would lay my life down on the line for my children, why not my freedom?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How manipulative, right? And you know what the shittier part about that is like, I cried about that part too, because hell yeah, you know what? If I have to decide between my freedom and my kids, I'm gonna choose my kids.
Yeah.
And in exchange for my freedom, fuck it, whatever. So it is no wonder why this conservatorship went on as long as it did, but it breaks my heart because her kids are as old as, if maybe just a little bit older than the conservatorship. So her entire life, she's been this wild mother, medicated, manipulated, not present with her children. And so I could understand now the trauma that the kids are going through as a result of somebody else is doing. But now there was this TMZ special on Hulu about Britney. I don't know if you watched it.
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Okay, well, I wanted to just side with them and see their story really bad, because you kind of have to take everything into
consideration.
And so I understood that what they were doing was, Britney wasn't that present, and she was kind of psychotic, and she was lashing out, and maybe she had anger issues and blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. But I really hated that they didn't, I don't know. I guess I'm just so compassionate, and I feel for Britney that she doesn't deserve all of this harsh critique when she didn't have a choice in all of that, And so now TMZ, I don't know if it was a TMZ interview or somebody interviewed one of the kids. And what they basically got to was the older child doesn't want to have anything to do with Britney, he could care less. And the younger child is trying to give her a chance, but he's like, she's never going to get out of this hole that she's in. And I just hate the narrative that they have engraved in their head, because they've painted her as this like crazy person. And it's really sad. It's sad. It's so sad, because she did all of this for them, and now they hate her.
Yeah. And it's because of like whatever their grandpa said to them and whatever their father said to them, and it just putting all that shit in their head, instead of showing like, hey, your mom did all this shit for you. She was imprisoned in her own home, taken advantage of for you, because she was promised everything, and then they took it from her.
Do you think, like, because I mean, how old are her children? You know how old her children are?
Like 18 and
they can't,
17?
Yeah, they can't be that old.
I mean, because logically they still have like an immature mindset.
Oh, for sure.
To be able to like dissect a situation, right? So maybe somewhere down the line, and if she's as forgiving for them or to them as she was for these people that did this to her, then I'm sure like once they do come around, because I feel like they would come around.
I hope so.
I think they just need to have the maturity to actually sit down and understand what was happening, because at the end of the day, there's like, and she probably won't ever do this based off of what you guys have mentioned, as far as like now she has to have a part 2 to her book, because now, like, you didn't tell us anything in this first version of the book that was different from what we already knew or assumed. So is there going to be like some type of like, is she going to actually like lash out in this second one? Is she going to have some type of like, hey, you know what? Now that I read all this, and now that I'm seeing all this, and what I'm doing to try to do something for my children isn't working. Yeah. I think it's time for me to actually seek some type of legal action for some type of defamation and wrongdoing and all the things that you've done, because you didn't just like, it's not my character. It's my family that you took away from me. Like that, I think that's a lot bigger than a defamation of character type of thing, right? Like, it's like, dude, you took away the only 2 things I could have control over that I made and how as my own. Like, I can't imagine like doing everything for your children. And I get like our children don't always fucking like us.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
To not even have a chance or an opportunity to see for themselves why they don't like their mom.
Yeah.
Like let her fuck that up on her own.
Yeah, see? And then when they first got taken away from her during that whole time where she shaved her head and she hit the paparazzi with an umbrella, she had been going to her ex-husband's house to like, please let me see the kids. And he kept saying, no, no, no. And that's what just drove her up the wall. Like,
do we know what, like, because it seems like the dad had to have everybody involved in this, right?
The
like,
dad's a piece of crap. He gave a lot of money to a lot of people to control every aspect of her life.
Yep.
And there's nothing like even like there's not some type of like I'm not a fucking lawyer, so I'm not gonna try to pretend to be, but there has to be some type of action that even if Britney doesn't take it, that some type of attorney would step up and be able to do for her. Like, no, you know what? Well, you and even these lawyers that raise their hand to promise whatever rights that they have to tell the truth and all that, you guys fucking lied.
Yeah.
Like, you lied in court about all this shit, and there's nothing being done about it. That's the part that I trip out about. Like, yo, this dude's lawyer didn't give her the right information, unless he used his lawyer intelligence to find the loophole to not have to give her the right information. But it's just like
the dad was probably paying him under the table. Like,
I
here,
think so.
Don't answer her.
That's the shit that trips me out too. Is that how did the state of California not like?
And in her case,
just let
right?
it happen.
In her case, especially because it's if
I mean, it's so high profile. You would think that someone would want to stare at the thing and say, like, let's see, does this match up? Is this cool? Or
and I don't think she had that much money to have that much power to be able to, like, for her dad to be able to have control over people that high. There has to be someone higher.
But that's why they kept her working and working and working. They never gave her a break, where she even said, like, okay, they put this conservatorship on me. But yeah, and because I'm not able to function on by myself or make these decisions, she was like, but I could work. I could do these long ass tours. I could not get a break. I could do How I Met Your Mother, like right after the conservatorship.
Right.
Like, they made her go on set and they made her do, what was it, X Factor and all those things. She was like, okay, if I wasn't capable of taking care of myself or even thinking, how am I able to do all those things?
How am I able to work?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm incapable.
Yeah, which is what some lawyers during some of the documentaries were saying is like the conservatees that we have dealt with, none of them have ever worked, and that is mainly why there is conservatorships in places, because they do not have the capacity, and so a conservator is put in to handle their finances, to handle X, Y, and Z, whatever it is, because they are not in that state of mind or whatever it is to be able to do that. But Britney's out here performing. She's out here putting on shows, talking to people, making having appearances, and so on and so forth. So it's super cringy because all of these things are happening and nobody's batting an eye.
Nope. And it's because they're all benefiting from it.
Yeah.
And the fact that the mom got back with the dad once he came into all this money because he was the conservator, they got back together because she was like, oh, because it seemed like my dad finally had a real job. So the mom came back.
So there's someone dirtier than her dad.
Her mom.
Yeah.
And her bitch ass sister. I'm just saying.
Fuck her too. She's a fucking tramp.
There's I don't know if it's the intro, because she was on Dancing with the Stars recently, and she was like, I'm Jamie Lynn Spears. I'm known for being an actress and a singer. They're like, bitch, when did anybody ever say that? Yeah. No, you're not. You suck.
Yeah, you were acting for 2 months and then you got pregnant, and all you're really known for is being Britney's pregnant sister that doesn't do shit. So shut the fuck up, right?
And it's so funny because the mom wrote a tell-all.
Yeah.
And spewed Britney Spears, like, just smeared her name. Yeah. But she was like, oh, but she can go on talk shows and talk about her 16-year-old daughter saying, oh yeah, she's pregnant and she's still with the boy. But she's like, yeah, but she's still a baby having a baby.
Right.
So yeah, that's
how old was she?
16.
Yeah.
Oh shit! And how old was the baby daddy?
I think 16.
They were young.
But there's a conspiracy theory on that.
Ooh.
That, Dan Schneider.
Okay.
He's the creator of all those shows, like Kenan and Kel, Zoe 101. Yeah. And they're saying that Dan Schneider is not Zoe, because her name is Zoe.
Right.
Jamie Lynn's baby daddy.
Shut up. So it's just a cover-up?
Yeah.
Oh,
and they're saying it's that. We got to dig into that. Dan Schneider's crazy. Yeah.
Huh.
But even in the book, if you notice, Britney apologizes to one of the girls on Zoe 101.
Oh, yeah, because she went off on her or something
She
like
went
that, right?
off on her because of her little sister.
Like she was trying to defend Jamie Lynn.
But then she was like, come to realize my sister's a little bitch.
Yeah.
And she was like, and I apologize to this girl.
Good for her.
And it's Alexa.
She did the right thing.
If you want to look her up, it's Alexa Nichols.
Let me see.
And she is now part of a group who campaigns for kids, like kid actors.
Oh.
And predators in the business.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So she's out there doing the thing. Mm-hmm. She's what is it?
An activist.
Activist, okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for her. You know what? Good for Britney for recognizing that she fucked up.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I love about Britney at the end of the day is
she's always like, oh,
yeah,
that's my bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's just a good human being. And that's what makes me so upset.
And even when she admitted to kissing, what's his name? Wade. I always get his name back.
Wade?
Wade.
Dancer?
Is it Wade Rob? Wade Robinson?
Yeah.
She only kissed him. That's the choreographer that she cheated on Justin with. Apparently.
Yeah.
He came out in You Got Served.
Oh, yeah.
He was the host.
Oh, I can't put his name together with the face.
He started off at their same age. Like he was 13, 14.
Oh, okay.
Like breakdancing and then became a choreographer very young.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
But they made it seem like she did way more with him. And she was like, it was just a kiss. But she still admitted it to Justin because she was like, listen, I don't want to have any
And in today's world, I was
lies.
going to say in today's world, but I guess that didn't happen in today's world. That happened
in the early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah, when everything was shit.
The beginning of hoism.
Yeah. Well, okay. You see, it's so funny that you say this because
hoism.
You think about all of the hoe shit, right? Let's just call it whatever. And so everything that Britney did at that time period, everything that Paris Hilton and Lindsay and whoever, that's so today in today's eyes, it's like, oh,
that's minimal.
That's it. That's what everyone was enraged about.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh
my God, she's showing her midriff. Oh my God, she wore a skin-colored jumpsuit with sparkles.
There was an interview.
I remember back when I don't know if either one of you guys really watched wrestling back in the day.
No.
But there was
gotta say I did it.
There was a girl, her name was Lita, and she always wore baggy pants.
Okay.
But she wore the thong, and at that time the strap of the thong above your waistband was the thing to do. So and you would see all the guys every time she'd come out, all the guys looking like Michael Jackson fans, fainting and losing their mind every time she'd come out.
Wrestling now, because don't they have a reality show about the wrestling girls, or there was some
the twins, right?
Yeah. What do they wear? What's their whole bit now?
I don't know. They probably wear more clothes because they're you guys look like idiots.
Yeah, someone could just snap that.
No, we're flying.
Give you a welt.
We're flying around over here. I don't know why you're wearing that. That doesn't make sense.
That's hilarious.
I knew for a while there was this big thing, the redhead, and then those twins that came out, and they were a whole.
Well, because one of the twins was dating John Cena.
Yeah, and he didn't want to get
He didn't want to have kids.
I think they were going to get married.
Yeah, he didn't want to have kids, and she did, and yada yada. All
reality TV, so juicy.
It is. Oh, wait. Brittany had a reality TV show with Kevin.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Yes, it was really brief. And then I think we slightly or briefly before or after that reality show, she had a documentary about her off the record or for the record or something like that. And that was really sad because it was during the conservatorship, and she was just saying like how miserable she was and how she just was under so much control, and she was just, it was just really sad. And you could see like the dad just taking advantage of all of the things, and she had no say in anything.
Yeah.
And
that's so sad.
That is so wild to me, and I'm so curious as to why she, and again, because she's so nice, she didn't put any of this under MTV or whatever production company was using this to say like, hey, you know,
it's not true.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not true, or there's something off, or I just
like, respectfully, maybe she's just a little
bit of a ditz.
Yeah.
She's naive for sure. Naive,
because it's like, I think we all have that though, right? Like sometimes there's like when something is done to us wrong, and we don't fully understand the rules and regulations of things, we don't really act upon it in the moment. We're just like, I don't know why they're doing this to me.
Yeah.
And there's not really like anything for you to be like, oh, let me go talk to these people who would know whether or not I'm correct in the way of thinking that this isn't okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And I think she had even mentioned in the book that in some ways, like the trauma that she's endured kind of made her go back into like a childlike mindset.
That's right. She did say that.
Because it was like kind of, I want to say it's kind of protecting her from the shit that she's been through.
Yeah.
And that's
she did it to herself.
It's kind of like one of those things.
It's like a trauma response.
A trauma response.
Yeah. You go into this fight or flight mode, and so
she's recognizing this on her own, or she recognized it with.
She recognized it on her own.
Is she seeing anybody right now? Not dating wise, but like,
no,
she's like a therapist.
like a therapist.
A therapist. I don't know, honestly, but you know how many times this poor girl was sent to the hospital?
Yeah,
a handful of times for nothing.
Yeah, but they only did that to keep that on paper.
To say that she had to go,
that she had like some type of episode or something.
They sent her to a rehab for taking pre-workout.
Yeah.
And she was in a rehab with a bunch of crack
because she was all jittery or what? Because I know like pre-workout is different than an energy drink.
No, because the dad would go through her stuff and found her pre-workout. Because she was working out and she was dating someone who was like really fit and all these things.
He thought the pre-workout was what exactly?
He would use it just against her.
Yeah.
To keep her in line.
That's weird because pre-workout doesn't have any type of addiction.
And then she was like, well, what if I don't go to the rehab? He was like, well, then we'll go to court and I'll embarrass you and the judge will make you go. So either you go when I say, or we'll take you to court and have the judge tell you.
See, that's the part that I don't get. Like, how do you not find a way to like fight against this shit?
Because she was scared. She didn't want her kids to get taken away from her.
What they did.
Just control.
But see, the thing is, they kept promising her. So when you have that, like, okay, maybe one day they'll finally give it to me. You're going to hold on to that and you're going to continue doing what you're supposed to get your kids back.
They had her groomed, basically.
Yeah.
They had her groomed.
It was like a Stockholm syndrome type thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. That's exactly it.
The industry is full of grooming.
So she's like a perfect example. Like they made an example out of this girl in so many ways.
And it's crazy because we were all, I'm not gonna say me because I didn't know until like recently.
You were
like
today years old.
Yeah, but I mean, like it just sucks because it's like, dude, how do you guys end up not like you're being I'm losing my train of thought here. You're being conditioned by your parent. Most of the conditioning we see that happens in
nowadays,
just in general, like even recently, I don't know if it was you, Natalie, or was it me or Ricky? I don't know. I forgot who in our chat shared the whole accusation thing on P. Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
And how Cassie's coming out with the accusations about him doing that. But like and people don't realize that she was actually young. She was like only 19.
She's a child too.
She was a kid.
And so that's a form of conditioning. But that's so crazy how like in the industry, it seems like people know, like you have to know. You're going to tell me like you're amongst all these celebrities and all these celebrities don't know which one's doing it?
Okay, so that's why I want to ask you, and this is for the P. Diddy thing. This isn't about Britney. Do you know who Jaguar Wright is? Okay, see, I didn't know who the frick she was either, but she kept on popping up on my feed. And she's just like, okay, this person, Jay-Z, P. Diddy, da-da-da. Like she's
calling people out,
spilling the tea. Okay. Come to find out, she was a singer back in the early 2000s, and there was a clip of her singing with Jay-Z and all these things, and she was in that in that whole group.
Yeah.
And she even called out P. Diddy. She was like, eventually Kathy's gonna come out and she's gonna say this shit. And then she did. And so then they had her on someone else's podcast on YouTube, and she was like, yeah, see, I told you. She was like, I told you everything I'm telling you is what has happened or what is going to come to happen. And everybody in the comments who have seen her interviews, they're like, everything she says eventually comes to light.
Well, I saw somewhere that what ended up prompting Cassie to end up going on with the lawsuit was the fact that he actually offered her like $8 million or something like that to not say anything, and her response was to actually say something.
Good for her.
So that's the whole apparently that's the whole.
And that's the thing. At the end of the day, like, everything just comes down to money.
It does, and it's dirty money.
It's so sad. It's sad because that's, putting this back, that's why Britney stayed the way that she did for so long, because everyone was kept out of the loop and paid off.
The fucked up part is it was her own hush money on herself in a sense, if you think about it.
Yeah, so the lawyers that her parents had, they were all paid for with her fucking money. So she essentially paid to get into a conservatorship.
Yeah, and even the recent trial law hearings, everything, all of these proceedings or whatever the legal terms are, in one of the documentaries, they end it with saying that the dad, is it Jamie Spears? They all have the same name. So Jamie Spears, the father, was suing Britney or asking Britney to pay for all of the fees. Yeah. Because she done fucked him up, and he's being inconvenienced, so he wants her to pay.
Yeah,
that guy's something else.
I don't know if you ever seen a clip of Wendy Williams when she was on. She's talking about the conservatorship and about her parents, and she was like, death to all of them, death to all of them, and everybody else was like, oh my god, and then
outrage.
Yeah, they were so outraged, but me and my little sister Millie, we always fucking mention it, and we can't stop laughing because we're like, no, for real, death to all of them. And apparently he is like on his deathbed right now, so
karma
for you.
Is a motherfucker.
That sucks.
Listen, God is going to open up these pearly gates to Britney Spears. I'm sorry, and this has to happen. God himself is gonna raise up from his chair and say, Britney, my love, come here, let me hug you.
Yes, and especially because there was a post she had done like a couple years ago saying that she used to believe in God and all these things. She goes, but how could there be a God if my family was allowed to do this to me and I prayed every day to get out of it? Yeah. And so now she believes in God again because she talks about it in the book. Yeah. But it's going to be like, see, you made my girl not believe in me anymore because you guys are fucked up. Yeah. I mean, Jesus wouldn't say fucked up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, now you have to deal with my wrath.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Yep. I don't know, man. It's just... Because you look at all of it, I mean, you look at the whole like R. Kelly thing, the whole now the P. Diddy. Because even P. Diddy, I was telling Natalie, I said like this is his wrath coming because it's not just a Cassie situation. They caught the dude that they pinned the murder on of Tupac.
That's right.
And as soon as they got him in, he blew the whistle on P. Diddy ASAP. Yeah. So it's just like, bro, and this is all within a year. And then people are noticing, like, in videos, like, man, this dude looks like shit right now. And it's just like, yo, bro.
It's catching up.
The devil's knocking on your door,
Hell
dog.
Yeah, it is.
He's come to collect his debt, bro.
That is fucking wild, dude.
We're going to have to talk about that next. Yeah. When someone else's tell-all comes out, when it involves that, we got to. But you have to look for Jaguar Wright.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, if I can find the entire interview, I'm going to send it to you because she's just like...
She's mouthing off.
Yeah.
She's saying...
Let's hope she stays alive.
That's what everybody's saying. They were like, keep this woman alive because everything she's saying is fucking true.
Yeah, someone's better keep an eye on her because someone's not going to like it. And
Man, I say that about Kanye. Like, I think the reason why a lot of times people are saying Kanye lost his mind is because the media is telling us he lost his mind, but that's only because he's saying what he is seeing, and he shouldn't be saying it according to them.
And that's, I think she had even brought that up. There was, I think there was something she had said, like, you know how they said his mom had died on the operating table and all these things. She was like, well, why are doctors coming out saying Kanye needs to tell the truth of what really happened to her? That's not what happened to her. And then she's saying that Kanye knew too much, and then they kind of showed him like, okay, we're gonna fuck with your life. We'll take away someone because you need to just shut the fuck up.
And I think too, like, and if he does, I mean, because I'm not the type of person to take away that, and I've said this before with Samantha, and she's like, oh, you're just defending his like idiocy, or being an idiot. You're just defending him being just being an idiot. I said, no, the thing is, you have to look at who he's always been, and not just what we're being told right now. Like, he's always been someone that's been a little more outlandish than anyone creatively, right? Like, even when he had the Through the Wire, like, he was just some of the things he was saying, like, it sounded cool because he wasn't really attacking no one. But at that time, he didn't have no one to attack because nobody was coming after him.
Right.
Now he has people coming after him, or they're trying to do,
or threatened by him.
Yeah, like, and he has to fight back. So now he's like, all right, cool. Well, then here, let me fucking open my mouth the same way I always do.
Yeah.
Now let's paint the picture that he's lost his mind, or that he's, because at the end of the day, like, I listen to his music and I don't see nothing different. I mean, obviously the things that he actually says are different, but in his delivery and the way he creates his music, it's not different.
Yeah.
It's still Kanye. It's still him saying what he's got to say.
Yeah.
Whatever he has to say about his ex-wife, like, fucking believe it, bro. Right. He's in that same room. There's a reason why he had to go through what he had to go through to get out of there. And all the other people that were married to her didn't make it in their careers.
Right.
Ooh, that's true.
I wonder if the Kardashians are like, they have to be paying someone off, or
somehow,
someone's paying someone something. You know what I mean? To keep that narrative alive.
I don't know the truths of anything. That, you know what I mean? Like,
they sold their souls to somebody.
We could only come up with crazy ass things like that to say, right? Because even me, it's like, look, dude, their dad got OJ off of murder.
Yeah.
He was on that team that helped do that.
Yeah.
And you just so happen to be able to just come up in this world off of a tape.
Yeah.
And then everything else, like, granted, you know, Kim's done what she's done to help
make a name of herself.
Not just that, but like even like certain like convicted felons that shouldn't have been convicted. Like, she's done her part in helping those people. But at the end of the day, it's just like your whole family has torn men apart.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you guys have just like fucking praying mantis. You just ripped their shits apart, and it fucking sucks. You look at a lot of the careers of these people. Like, we looked at you guys know the story of Manti Te'o?
Oh yes,
no.
Yes.
He was a football player.
Yeah, about to be for USC, right? And
was he going into college, or no? He was in college and he was going to go to the NFL. And he fell in love with some online chatter. Long story short, this online chatter wasn't really a girl. It was just some random ass dude.
He got catfished.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I heard this. Yes.
But it ruined his career, because when he was saying that, like, oh, like, my girlfriend was killed in this like horrific accident or whatever it was, like, the world believed it and they fell for him, and they're like, he became like America's sob story. But it was all a lie, and he didn't even know it until people started doing their research. They're like, hey, this person's still alive, and that person's not that person. And it's
who has that kind of time to look into somebody? But here we are talking about Britney.
Right. But then the crazy.
You know what? We had the book, though. It's not like I'm doing my own investigation.
Well, they have a Netflix special.
They do have a Netflix about it.
And the thing that sucks is the dude that actually did it to him is just like living his life.
Yeah,
like he's in the Netflix special talking about it, and he's just like, yeah, I do feel bad.
Oh my God.
But
I feel just a tiny bit bad.
He's like on this new part of the island in Hawaii where he lives, doing his own thing. Yeah,
and I think
you fucking like risked million. Like this guy's whole fucking life.
Yeah, the family like completely
everybody
ousted him, right? Or just said, "Fuck off, don't
he
talk
lost
to me."
he lost all his potential sponsorships. He didn't get to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
He lost everything he had going for him based off of a lie that he didn't even know was a fucking lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really sad.
wild.
You have to watch it. It's really heartbreaking.
Crazy.
Yeah, it sucks, but that's the world we live in, and that's the type of shit. That's why when I say, I don't know, we can't always just believe the bad shit people say about people too much. Like people like Kanye, like there has to be, like, he's saying outlandish shit for a reason.
Yeah,
we can't just fucking
take it for what it is and then just and then she said he was crazy, so he's crazy.
No, dude, there's a reason for it. He's saying something, and we may not understand it because that's not the world we live in.
Yeah.
Well, what about saying things that are crazy? What about Orlando Brown?
He's a little bit of both. I think he's saying some truthful shit, but I also think he lost his shit.
Orlando Brown is the guy from That's So Raven. He was the best friend.
Oh yeah,
and
he's lost
weird
it, right?
now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He had talked about Diddy and being at these parties and all these things, and he said something like, "He gave me that squish bosh, boosh bosh, that squish bosh." And we're like, "What the fuck did he give you?"
It's his delivery. His delivery is what makes it like unbelievable.
Like,
and but it's just
crazy,
like,
sir.
Again, because I told you that, like, it's not just a Cassie thing. It's not just a Tupac thing. There's been men
Numerous.
with the accusations, and it's just like, dude, everyone in the industry. I think there was even what is her name? There's some other chick, and they did an interview with her. And she was talking about him and saying, like, is it a coincidence that if you look at all these artists that just recently passed away that were about to have the tell-all books,
Yes,
and they all ended up passing away, or the one that did survive, he's in the hospital of critical condition.
Yes.
Shit.
So it's just like, dude,
Yeah,
I forgot her. I don't know her name, but
it's probably the girl I'm talking about, because she said the same thing. She goes, the four of them. She was like,
what's her
this
name?
one died, Jaguar Wright.
Maybe that was she a rapper?
She was more of like soul, not soul, but like, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, it is her.
It's her.
See, I don't know her by name.
She's saying some crazy shit, and I believe her.
Music whistleblower.
Yeah, she's the one that was like, hey, look, it's no coincidence that these are the things that are happening. And
yeah, she's smart. She's like, fuck it, I'm gonna say it now, and if something happens to me, y'all know who did it.
Yep.
I mean, and then too, like, if you have nothing to lose,
yeah, she has nothing.
just fucking say it. No, don't say it like that. Don't say she has nothing.
Well, it's not that she doesn't have anything, but she's not.
She's not afraid of
She's
anything.
not afraid of, like, what are they gonna do to her career?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do to her? She had just gotten out of jail like recently.
And now I want to
She's
know.
got nothing to lose.
I want to know why she went to jail.
She probably killed her assassin.
Imagine if they made a movie about her like that. That'd be dope. That'd be a good movie.
Damn, that was good.
She's like a Statham Latham. Was it Statham Latham or Stan Latham or what?
Sanaa Lathan?
No.
Staten Lathan?
No. Jason Statham.
Staten Island?
I know you're thinking about Salai Nathan,
God.
but you need to relax, okay?
You know, we know her brother, right? He's associated with Rose City Sound.
Okay, but you were talking
Can you come
about
on this
her.
podcast?
I'm not going to be
But
jealous.
no.
It's fine.
No. Sanaa.
That's exactly what he said was Sanaa Lathan. I was like, when did she ever do a movie like
You know why?
Jason Statham?
Because every time I think of Jason Statham's name, it's his. I always get stuck in his last name that I say his last name first.
No. What's on your phone really? You know you're looking at
It's you
Sanaa
guys.
Lathan.
It's you nerds.
Ay. This guy.
Oh
I
my
can't.
god.
And that's the portion of the Salmon Ray podcast.
There you go. Oh my gosh. Oh, look, I don't know how these celebrities do it. I'm over here like, whoa, this is some crazy shit. My life is boring, y'all, and I'm kind of happy about that.
I was thinking about that too when I was reading this. I was like, I would be the worst celebrity for paparazzi to want to follow, because I'd be like, I'm going to be in my home like 3 days at a time. Like, I'm not coming out.
I just in general, I'm the like. I look at like even some of the athletes. I think I told Samantha about basketball player that's plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. His name's John Morant, and he just he grew up in the suburbs, went to a private school, and got to the NBA. Really, really, really fucking good.
Yeah.
But he has like this complex of thinking he's a thug, and he's been caught up I don't know how many times with a gun. Like once he went live with the gun, and then one of his other friends, they suspended him for it, and then one of his other friends, they went live, and then this was still waving around the gun after he's been suspended for this action. Like it's all been separate actions, right?
Yeah.
But it's crazy because everyone's just like, dude, why are you trying to be someone you're not? Like, dude, it's okay to be a freaking nerd. I tell my son that all the time. If you're a nerd, be a nerd. You don't have to be something you're not.
Like thug life.
Now you got the money, and now you want to act like you've been this thug. Like, nah, dog. Like, you're letting all these other people fuck up your opportunities, right? And it's just like, I don't get it. Like
it's like that one rap artist that was really big and now is nothing, 6ix9ine or 69 or the
you know what?
psycho.
I kind of like looked into a lot
with
of
the colorful hair, right?
Oh, he's just so gross looking. Yeah,
I've listened because when I was like, yo, this dude's different, and it's not bad. Like it's really like if you're working out for a guy, maybe like it's aggressive and it gets you like, I'm about to go off, right?
Okay,
but. Like in for me in analyzing like his situation, like one, you weren't a thug, bro. Like he did, like in comparison from him to John Morant, he grew up in a rough part of the neighborhood, but you had no business being associated with those people.
Right.
Where I do kind of see his side was like, look, dog, everybody's mad at me and calling me a snitch, and myself included. Like, yo, bro, you snitched. Like that's not for the lifestyle you were trying to live. That's not the code you go by.
Right.
But at the same time, someone made a point that does live that lifestyle. I made a point was like, look, we all know what he does. It's clownish. Yeah. Right. And that's not like a pun to the way he looks. It's just that's just a nice way of them saying it. Yeah. Without being harsh about it. But it's just like, dude, you're a clown about it. But at the same time, where other people are getting the confusion is like, if you're talking about the code, he broke the code by snitching. Yeah. But what would you do if the people you're trying to live for a code by are the people that are doing the things that they were doing behind your back with your significant other? And it's just like, all right, Doug, well, you're my boy. You're not supposed to be having this type of relationship with my girl. Right. And it's not just one, it's the whole fucking group. Ugh. So it's just like, dude, like, no, okay, so now all codes are out, and I'm snitching. So, like, that was his point. I was just like, that actually makes sense.
Yeah. So he's just...
But at the end of the day, it's just like, don't put yourself in those positions, bro.
Right,
like,
right. Especially when you're trying to claim something and...
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, don't... Because someone's going to... It's always been this, like, saying, like, someone's going to test it. Yeah. Like, you go to the wrong area, someone's going to test it. But see that... fucking... what's his name? Jamie? What's Britney Spears' dad?
Jamie Spears. Or Jamie Spears.
Jamie Spears, yeah.
Homeboy tried to be something he wasn't.
Yeah.
Someone tested his shit. Now he's can
panicking.
You pay for my lawsuit?
Yeah.
Can you pay for the lawsuit that you're suing me for?
I can't. I don't want to.
But I wonder what's gonna happen when he dies.
I'm gonna pay for everything.
She's gonna dance on his grave.
Yep. I'm gonna pay for it.
I'm gonna go to and dance with her.
I'm gonna end up paying for everything, and then depending on the outcome, you're gonna pay me back. So if I win all these lawsuits that you can't pay for, I'll pay for them right now. Yeah. But since I've been paying for my own conservatorship, I'll pay for my own lawsuit against you, and I'm gonna win, and you're gonna pay me all that money back. Yep. It'll be like a bet, like, hey, double or nothing. Yeah.
I hope so. I really hope that's the case.
In understanding the things that you guys have said about her, I do too, because it's like you wrote a book and said nothing. Yeah. Yeah, that's really how I felt after I finished reading the book. I was like, oh, come on, Britney, just give me more.
But there has to be like they said, there's going to be a second part, and there has to be, because the way she left it, she was still married. Yeah. So what was the whole reason she divorced him? And people have like reasons, and they think that he was also trying to like control the things she did. Yeah,
he was already.
I got the chills.
He was starting getting
when you
involved.
said that.
But I mean, after it's all said and done, what does she do? Like, what is she doing now other than writing the book? What is she doing
She's not touring. She's not making. She made a song with or she remixed a song with Elton John, and that's been it.
I got that one.
Yeah, yeah, I liked it.
I play it, and Vinny and Amy say Tony Danza. Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
I don't know what she's gonna. She's gonna do.
But
now.
I mean, for like what is it called? Retribution? Like for herself, like get your shit back, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to hear her say like, "Fuck you guys, give me my shit back."
You're being too nice.
You owe me.
I don't know Britney Spears. I've never read the book again, but I'm pissed that she doesn't let her balls hang.
Listen. If she wants to stay nice, she can stay nice. But listen, if someone can send this to Brittany, me and Natalie got you.
Yeah, girl.
You need us to cuss out someone because you're too nice, I will do it.
Yeah.
I don't want anything from you. I just want to do it for you.
And if you want to go have a drink
afterward,
yeah,
or dance in front of your camera. I would love to dance in front of your camera.
Oh my God, I would too.
You guys should get up and dance in front of the camera. Like.
Wait, I don't have my knives. No, but the reason why, and I said we were going to mention why she does this in front of the camera was because she would watch like Joe Coy on Instagram or TikTok, and she would watch other comedians, and then just like other people, she was like, and I found it very freeing because they were able to just say and do whatever they wanted. She was like, and that's when she just started. She was like, that's when I started to like model my clothes, like walk. If you guys have seen some of her cuts of her videos, she's like walking back and forth, and then she's like posing her clothes, and like. With her hair and all these things.
It's an outlet.
Yeah, it's an outlet. And she had said that especially once the conservatorship was done, she started to love her body again because her dad had her on a diet where it was like, what, chicken and vegetables every day?
And then not to mention the IUD she had so that she wouldn't get pregnant.
And they were saying, and she said that her dad always made her feel like she was fat and her body was gross and all these things. She was like, so once that was over, she was like, she did it for herself. And that's why I got a lot of her pictures. She's butt ass naked.
Yeah.
And it's like, good for you. Good for you.
But it's censored, so I don't approve. Not just
stupid.
I mean,
but
come on.
Then there was also a part, I gotta find it. There was a part where she basically said, like, where is it?
Is it towards the end?
It's toward the end. I know I should have used a damn bookmark.
You're a librarian. You should know these things.
I'm a librarian, but I also fold my books, and I shouldn't do that. Oh, it's gonna piss me off.
Do you do that, like when you read to the kids? Do you do that holding thing, like how teachers do it with, like they hold the book like that?
Oh, is that how?
Is it like that? I had a teacher that used to do it with.
It's like a little book holder.
Thick. I think it's too thick for this one though. It's like,
you see,
and then
the picture.
And then they're like, I didn't see the picture. Well, it's because you weren't paying attention. But it basically said like she'll do things on Instagram that are kind of different because she would also watch other TikTokers and Instagram people who were kind of weird and quirky. And she was like, and I just found it so freeing. And you never know, like, is this really me because I'm weird? Or is it not? Or am I just being like a dork? You know, they're like, you'll never know.
Yeah. Or am I just doing what other people are doing?
Yeah. Like, or
is it? What's crazy is
so
like,
that's kind. I found it. Because everybody's like, what the fuck is she doing?
Yeah.
She don't care.
I've seen those videos because people stitch them, right? But it's like I've seen people do worse shit. Well, I mean, remember that one chick that was just walking around like fucking.
Oh yeah, on Twitch.
Like I don't know where she was walking. She was walking, and the angle was of like her breast, and we're just like
at Universal Studios.
It was just like all these dudes in the chat, just like bro,
just going off, and she's just out here.
Not saying a word, but she had like 14,000 people.
I wonder how much she's getting, like monthly.
Well,
probably a lot
for sure. She has a following. But at the end of the day, we don't know Britney. We don't know what she's.
We don't know her.
We don't know her. She doesn't know her.
Yeah. She's like, you don't know me.
Yeah,
don't be fucking telling me anything.
That sucks though, because how old is she? She's older than us.
She's 40.
40s?
40s.
So she's like, well, I guess we all do it, right? We all go through like a rebirth.
Yeah.
Like every so often we go through a rebirth, right? Like.
Yeah. And you got to imagine, like, in her situation, she's been a child. She's been a celebrity, a star, an actress, or something since she was little. She's always been in the light.
What's something like? All right. Obviously, we're not prisoners of anything. like that.
I'm a prisoner of my own mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if there was something that would allow you to be like, what would be your new Britney right now for you?
What?
Like, so
I think I understood, but can you reword it?
So you know how
Can you use it in a sentence?
so now she's just like being free. She doesn't care what people think about her being like all crazy on the videos and dancing and wielding knives around. Like that's just her. That's her rebirth.
Yeah.
What's your rebirth? Like,
okay.
What have you had it or?
I still need it. Mine would be not giving a fuck of like just like her, not giving a fuck what people thought of me.
Girl, take those knives out.
I'm gonna ching ching with my knives.
Take those knives out. Take them out.
Oh, because I was
fire baton.
I was just thinking about that. And
Model your clothes if you want.
I remember
I'm gonna fucking do it,
girl.
I remember telling Samantha how my dad, like, cause she knows. But if you ever meet my dad, Natalie,
yeah,
and you go in his garage,
yeah,
he has a bunch of tools. Like, he's a man's man in that aspect.
Okay.
But they all have stickers of Spider-Man on them.
Okay, that's his inner child.
Because he never got to have a childhood.
Oh, nice.
So, like, he even made himself a stool. And then like, he just painted it black and red and put, like, Spider-Man stuff on it. Like, that's, like, Spider-Man is his... Like,
alter ego.
What would be, like, people's Star Wars, I guess.
Listen... That is so funny. We must have the same dad. My dad has he's also a man's man. His garage is a whole tool and like you can find all kinds of gadgets and
he's a grill master.
Things.
Shout out to your dad because
yes, he
at DeLuca's birthday he was out there.
He's out there barbecuing, right?
He was getting mad at people too. Yeah. Like, you gotta hurry up.
Yeah, my dad don't play.
Hey, someone get him a spatula.
Yeah, and so he has all of these tools. And it's not Spider-Man, it's actually Batman, but he has those toolboxes, and when you open the toolbox, he has a whole bunch of stickers.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's his thing. That's so funny. Interesting.
So
I'm like looking like, do I not know my dad? Because I don't know.
You don't know that side of him?
I don't know my dad, I guess.
You'll have to search his garage.
So again,
I'm not his favorite. He's like, get out of my garage.
Just kidding. Sneak in the garage.
Do you guys have something like that right now? Where it doesn't have to necessarily be a rebirth, but it's just like, look, I didn't get to grow up with this, or this is not who people would think that I do, or I collect in a sense.
I have a whole bunch of Hello Kitty stationery. I'm a big Sanrio fan, and I don't think I show that too much, but I'm very much a nerd in that sense. I love anime stickers. I like kid things in that way. Stickers, stationery, pens that all have characters. I'm all about that.
I love stationery.
Yeah.
Back to school, my kids don't even need the fucking markers or the crayons, and I buy stacks for no reason.
Yeah.
Notebooks with cute little covers, pens that have like cute little designs.
You know how I know how to get on her good side?
Buy her some stationery.
Take me to Staples.
Throw out all your old markers. I'm about to go take marker shopping.
Yes, I love, especially like the big old pack of the Crayola markers, the skinny ones. Yes. And you can see them. You're like,
and all the colors.
And they gotta be in the right.
And the 64 pack of crayons with the sharpener in the back.
Oh,
you can smell it.
Still make sense.
Smell. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And now they make skin color crayons, so that's exciting.
That is so cool. So you have all the shades of brown.
Yes. Well, my daughter lost them all.
Oh.
It happens.
She owes me a box.
It's okay.
But yeah.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
See, Vinny's asking me if my wood tools have cartoon stickers. They don't. They don't. But I would say
because he doesn't watch cartoons.
Yeah, I don't watch
stupid.
Cartoons. But I do. I mean, I have stickers on.
I should have really vetted him before I married him. I should have asked more questions.
Yeah, it's okay. You still have time.
I still have time to find somebody. Oh yeah.
Oh, you still ask questions. Give them the stickers.
Was that not what we were talking about?
Sorry.
Were you not encouraging me to find some?
I think I need to mute somebody's microphone.
She's like, you still have time. I'm like, I know you're right. He's out there.
No, don't put words in my mouth. I'm embarrassed now.
Oh my god, so not too late to get rid of him. No, you're right. It's not too late. I'm still young.
Yeah.
Look,
You're God.
we always say this though. There ain't nobody be out there that's gonna put up with either one of us.
Excuse me, I'm a pleasure.
No, you're a privilege. There's a difference. You're privileged. I don't know if you understand.
I tell Mike the same thing all the time. I'm like, I don't know who else is gonna deal with your shit.
Yeah,
Honestly,
no.
like,
And there's probably not anyone out there that's gonna put up with yours. So
yeah, it's true. It's
like,
No, I think we are the whole package. There is somebody out there.
we're so what like
I don't
we
know
love
why you're laughing
stationery.
so hard.
We're talking about Britney Spears. Like we're a
Yeah.
thing.
We may be a
We're
little
a blessing.
tired and
Hold
need a
on,
nap,
hold on,
but
no.
Yes.
we're at least not talking to you, you know?
Right.
Free time.
the
Right.
funniest thing I've heard all day. You guys are hilarious. Go ahead.
What? I didn't get it.
You guys are jokesters. You guys don't understand the drum? Oh my gosh. You guys are funny.
I understand the drum. I just don't find it funny because I don't think anything I said was a joke or a lie.
Marriage.
See?
Marriage. See,
You know what?
guys don't get married.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna invite all the women who have stopped turning off my mic. We're gonna go ahead.
Get out of here.
Is what happens when you get
We're
me
gonna
the
invite
board.
all the bitches that they've dated and to see if like they were the best and they probably
So why
weren't.
did you guys break up?
Because he's
What
an ass. Yep, I get that. Next, number
I've
2.
already told you that none of them broke up with me. I'm an honest guy. When I get bored, I'm out,
Oh,
and I will let you know.
Stop it.
So then what he's saying is I am the whole package because he hasn't gotten bored yet. And I'm
There
a
you go.
fucking entertaining ass.
Ba-dum-bum.
That's what I went for.
I'm just in too deep at this point.
Don't ever say that I'm not the funniest
I gotta
woman
get-
that you've ever met
I
in
gotta
your
get a
life.
return on my investment.
Shut up.
This was about Britney Spears. I don't know how this took a turn.
You can obviously see he can't think for himself. He's going to go
This
under
is the-
conservatorship.
This is the side of the Salmon Ray podcast. Welcome.
This is what we had to bring.
You know, and we've
So
always,
excited to be here.
I'm so
and we've
sad. I'm
always
so
wanted
sorry.
to
I
bring
had to
you
bring
on
him.
too. Can you handle it? Can you
I
handle it,
can't
Natalie?
handle the pressure here. I'm melting in my chair.
The talking shit to
Yeah.
each other
This
and
is
saying
it.
like, you're right.
This
I'm going
is
to find
it.
someone.
And I'm over here,
It's not too
no.
late.
You're gonna go home and you're gonna grab Mike by the cheeks and be like, "I love you."
Make me
They're
a
out of
sandwich.
their minds. They're going to be
Yeah.
divorced within the next year.
I don't know what I've done.
I think Samantha and Ray might be fighting now.
You know what's funny is everybody says that. Everybody thinks that her and I are fighting.
fighting, yeah.
This is not us fighting. This is us just actually communicating.
Yeah,
we
having
end up,
fun.
This is
That I hate you. Yes.
Yeah.
Communicating it straight to your face.
it's like, and I think it's funny. You know,
No, good. Well,
maybe I'm doing my job right.
Ray, is this denial?
No. It's pleasure.
Do you keep turning off my mic?
No, you're just not
keeps
talking
cutting
loud
out.
enough. That's you.
Well, that's you, homie. You're
My hands
cutting
are right
out.
here.
Yeah.
Look, no hands.
They're usually down your
Our hands are
pants.
here.
You're lucky the kids are here.
And then I'm here.
Don't worry about it.
These
You know,
conversations with me.
we're
here.
not worried about you, Natalie. We're not worried about you.
I know you're not.
You forgot. You forgot you invited us to your birthday party.
She was like, that was the biggest mistake of my life.
How is that conversation going home? Mike was like, "I told you not to invite him."
Why? What did we talk about?
No, I'm more pissed because sorry, I'm spitting now because Sam told me about the controller that I have to go buy Mike for Christmas now.
Yes. So we are promoting a controller on Amazon. It's for Christmas. It's like $108
Wait. We don't get sponsorship, so they're not promoting
I'm
nothing
just
right
kidding.
now.
I'm kidding.
You're right, but
Well, that-
we are getting a fucking controller now.
Yeah, you could tell Natalie's like, fuck. Can we just like say our goodbyes and just end this shit?
Nah.
Let me look for the end
No,
credits.
because the funny part was like Samantha was like, dude, now Natalie's gonna be mad because she's gonna have to get him this.
Yes.
But then Natalie turns on, she goes, dude, I want one of those too.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize. And listen, I wish I just had the time to be on my phone and do the gaming thing. Like that would be so fun, but I don't have the time. And
You want to know why? Because you're not a man. You're not a dad.
You know what though? I'm not. That's not okay. Hold on a second. If you have enough time, if you have enough time to be on TikTok,
No, it's true.
I have time to be on a game, playing a game, because I'm not on TikTok as much as you guys are. So
I'm not on TikTok like that either, though. I'm pissed. Yeah. And listen, and you know what? I told Mike the other day, we were having this petty ass argument about like,
which we all love.
How come you don't do more like this, like taking turns and doing more and like? So my whole fight was again this whole I don't have the time to be on a game on my phone. And so I tell him, like, look, like, what it comes down to is whatever DeLuca needs, like, I'm going to be right there. He's priority number one. My job is going to come second. You're going to come somewhere in between. I don't know when. But do what you got to do.
Love it.
And so he's like, well, why? Why can't you just play the game? And I'm like, biology, Mike! Biology! I am hardwired to think that if my child needs something, I'm just going to drop my whole life and I'm going to see if he's fine or if what he needs, and everything else is just going to be in the back burner. And it's
But see, I understand what you're saying.
Don't you dare pick an argument with me right now.
No, Natalie, I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Did I just put something?
He's going to get punched in the throat.
My question is, how does she think she can relate?
Excuse me.
Hold on, no, because
in the exact same way.
Because it's different, right?
No.
How?
Even worse, she has 2 kids. She gets no break.
We have 2 kids, and we spend the same amount of time apart from
like
them.
how I said she.
No. Okay, you want to talk about? Okay, you brought this up. You brought this up.
We spend the same amount of time separated from them.
No, it's not.
While she's at work, they're at school, but I'm with them during the day for school. I do the homework with my daughter.
I'm sorry, does he volunteer at the school for the 8 hours that they're there?
I didn't think he did.
I volunteer to make sure that if something happens, Daddy hops over that fence.
I'm skateboarding right now. It's like, so you're not with the kids.
Hey, don't be mad at me.
So the hours are not equal.
Don't be mad.
Oh man, I just ran into a gate. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But did you put in the time to be able to make your schedule to be that way?
All those years that I worked nights so that you could do your thing.
But you work nights.
I did that.
You work nights for someone else.
Let's not do this right now, because we're gonna get into a fucking area that you're not gonna like.
No, I don't care.
We're the On This Frequency podcast.
There's a hell of a frequency right here.
You know what? We're gonna have therapy with you, Ricky, me, and Ray, and I'm gonna be like, let me go ahead and say my piece, because when I'm trying to say it, he doesn't allow me to. So we need mediators.
No, go ahead and say it.
Okay,
I can mediate.
So I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Who gets up at 4:30?
I do.
Okay, we do.
Son of a
okay,
bitch.
What time do I get up? What time do I get up?
Son of a bitch. 5:30. 5:30. I will walk into the kitchen around 5, and he's still asleep. Okay, and I'm making lunches, which isn't hard.
Right.
I'm making my coffee. I go and I drink my coffee until Kara wakes up at 6. I get her ready.
Yeah.
I get her breakfast. Yeah. He packs the stuff that I made into the bag.
Oh, so he just puts it in.
He just puts it in.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
Because Natalie was talking about teamwork.
I already done way more already within this time span. I've even cleaned my ass and brushed my teeth.
It's not a comparison.
It is if you're saying that we do the same. Okay?
No, I didn't say we do the same.
So then,
we do our share.
Say we do the same amount of
I say we spend the same amount of time with them.
No, time is totally different, because then I sit there and I watch her eat her breakfast so she's not alone.
Right.
I go to the room and she go wash your face, go brush your teeth. While she's doing that, I'm getting her clothes ready. Mm-hmm. I get her dressed.
You
I
can't
brush her
use
hair.
her against me, because I'm not the one.
I brush her hair.
When you caught COVID, I did the same thing.
So when we caught COVID, but after that and before that,
she's a girl. Fine. I'm not gonna watch her get in the shower.
Any hoosers. They get in the car around 6:40.
Okay.
He gets to her school around 7:05.
Okay.
He dumps her off. Okay. That's a good 20 minutes with her in the car, correct?
And you're still doing the things at home,
And I'm getting ready for work.
She's
I'm watching the office.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm still getting ready for work.
Yeah. I get that.
Don't for a second.
Because you have to squeeze it in.
Yeah.
Or else when are you going to have alone time or free time.
When I'm at the library, there's no one there, and I watch it there too. But don't tell Ray.
And then, what do you mean don't tell me? You're the one that FaceTimes me and be like, oh my God, I forgot.
While you're also breaking your limbs because you're skateboarding.
But is that my fault?
So then he drops off Josh at
I didn't tell you to pick your job.
Okay? 7:30 until 1:50 he has by himself, okay?
It's like 5 hours.
1:50. You don't get this girl until 1:55.
No, but I don't. I gotta fight that traffic.
Okay, but that's not
for
with the
6
kids.
hours.
But
no. From 1 to 1:50. I gotta deal with the traffic of these parents.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the amount of time with the kids, not the traffic.
All right.
Okay, and go ahead. Go ahead.
He then has an hour with the kids.
Don't forget all the times when you couldn't deal with the boy and you sent him to my shop with me.
That was because I was with him 24/7.
No.
Yeah, send him away.
But the thing
It's going to have to be a different episode. We're going to need an actual doctor.
You can't
in
be
here.
mad at the occupation and the way I.
No, but I don't like that you said we spend the same amount.
We do.
of time.
We don't spend the time.
We do.
No,
it's
we don't.
just.
I'm on the no, we don't.
It's done differently. Right?
Yeah, you get the easier part.
No, I don't. I don't have the easier part. I mean, at the end of the day, and not to be a dick, but at the end of the day,
man.
no.
I'm getting stressed
I mean,
here.
you gotta kind of call it as it is, though, right?
Yeah.
Because
Listen, we gotta explain to Natalie that we're not actually mad at each
we're
other.
not.
It's gonna be okay.
But people have to.
She's crying. Stop talking.
But people have to get though too, right? Because it's like, look, you could say that I go to the park and I do this and that, but there was also a time when I didn't.
I'm sorry.
Right? Like, don't talk about today.
Sorry, Ray. You lost me with the park.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm gonna jump.
Not that kind of park, fool. Not that kind of park.
I know the skate park,
But still, like, you can't paint the picture like I didn't be able to put myself in that position. Like it took.
You did the work.
It took a lot of, and it takes a lot of work
Listen,
now.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I know you're messing
But
with
he
me.
likes to mess with me and then keeps picking. So
What am I picking
I feel it.
You do the same.
Do the same.
That's fair.
I might smother him with a pillow tonight, but
But that'll
1
be
and
a
2.
book for another day.
shut the fuck up. Don't worry, Natalie. It's gonna be okay. We're kidding. We're kidding.
Thank you so
Wait.
She's so stressed.
Hey, to
Give
be
me
honest,
one of my Lexapro.
you know what's
She
funny?
needs one.
You know what's funny? After this, we're probably just gonna be at tacos and be like, "Did you see how she was sweating?"
That was our goal. Make her uncomfortable on her own show.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, this is great. No, you know what?
You said you wanted to have a mix of the Salmon Ray podcast.
Yeah, so here we have it.
So here it is.
No, you know what? It's because I'm just really laughing because
I feel uncomfortable.
It feels so like Mike and I have this exact same like back and forth bickering, but in the moment, because it's so new and so fresh for us, it's so serious. You know what I mean?
No, we've been there. But
You know, so that's why I'm laughing, because we can laugh at it, because in hindsight, like, it is funny. Like, who the fuck cares? It's our kids, and it's funny because
like, you're really trying
we
to
choose
compare.
to carry the weight differently.
Yeah,
at
but
the end of the day.
Yeah, because then when they get older, it's kind of like your son.
Yeah.
Your son, go get him.
Yeah.
Because he's pissing me off.
But I've always been that guy.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the part that sucked. And like, not to go like on a downer, but it sucks because like when I was going to school.
No, there's no video of him running into the gate.
Actually, there might be. I bought a new tripod that I set my phone up on. But
Please post it.
Today though. So here, totally off topic.
Go for it.
And I asked Ricky Lee this, so shout out to Ricky Lee for not being here today.
Hey.
Not just- but I asked her this, and I told Samantha about it, because I told Samantha, I always tell Samantha when I take a fucking spill. It's hilarious.
It makes my day.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I know she's dealing with a bunch of stupidity, so I'm like, hey, guess what? I fell.
Yeah, something funny. Something to lighten up the day.
I asked Ricky, I said, Ricky, have you ever fell so hard that your body felt cold, but you were still sweating profusely? She was like, "No, did that just happen?" I said, "Yes."
Oh my god!
I took a spill, and like when I came down, I landed like on my ass so hard that I felt pressure, but at the same time I hit my head like on the way back down. Jesus. I got up, I was fine. I was like, my legs are good.
Yeah, you know who also thought they were fine when they hit their head?
Football players.
Natasha, what's her face? And she was skiing, hit her head, and she died.
Ooh. I was thinking about that car chase where the guy...
But I blame it on Ricky.
Oh, yeah.
And then they like played it off like he was still alive and running.
That was crazy, huh?
But yeah,
I was like, there's no way.
Yeah,
I blame it on Ricky, though. Right? You know why? Because this morning she texted me, she said, have you ever broke a bone?
Oh my gosh.
Like, she started me off with the jinx.
Oh, and you've never broken a bone?
I have. I just never went to it.
If you feel his ribs, there's a lift.
There's a little crack
there's a
in there.
So, you know, like your ribs are like this.
You can add an organ in there without moving anything.
One of my ribs is actually pushed in. So instead of feeling like that natural, like just
Dude,
like
ribs are
great, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
there's a dip inside one of them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But you can't tell now because I'm fat. But when I was...
when I was thinner, you could see the dip.
But when I was in shape and not A shape, you could see the shape now.
And either way, right, with ribs, like, there's not anything that you could do. You just have to let it do its own thing.
And that was her question. She goes, wait, how do you not know? Like, because she said, did you break a bone? I said, I'm sure I have. Yeah. She goes, well, wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you go see a doctor? I said, one would think you would. But I slept it off.
I didn't.
Yeah, I slept it off. And even today, she was like...
I coughed up a little blood. I was good.
She even asked today, she goes, how's your injury? I said, what injury? And she goes, okay, maybe it was just a fall. I was like, look... We'll find out if I wake up after sleeping tonight. I don't know. We'll see.
No, you know what? I can agree.
That's not a joke. That was a horrible
now she's serious. Look at her. Now she's serious.
No, because I think about it. If you die,
then what?
single mother, and I really don't want to do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, girl. No.
Financially,
I need it too. Don't worry about it.
And then, well, girl, you better figure out some life insurance or something.
I need to talk to
someone. Or like a baby daddy or sugar daddy. Sugar daddy.
Yeah, you're the one with the job. I just skateboard all day.
I'll get my toes done. Yeah. Do that.
Just do whatever you gotta do, girl.
Maybe be that girl on Twitch with my cleavage, just like...
Do the knives. Whatever it is. Yeah. Oh.
Is Britney the girl on Twitch? Was that really who it was?
I don't know who the girl was, but...
So you could either do cleavage or knives.
Yeah, or cleavage and knives.
And toes.
And toes.
You are a shape round.
Yeah, we said that.
I didn't hear you. No, I must have been mad at you.
No, I said I was a shape. I said I'm not in shape. I am a shape. I'm the shape that doesn't fit in any of the other shapes. No, like you ever see a kid try to put
everything else could fit.
I'm a certain. Whoa, pause.
Oh my god.
We do not do that.
I didn't.
Shut your mouth.
There she goes. Her eyeballs are sweating again.
This is a family show.
No, it's not.
Guys, no, it's not. It's just Vinny on here.
Like,
it's just Vinny.
Since when is it a family show? You are family.
Right.
You can't get along with this.
Did I make your other viewers not come on? Did they see me and then we're like...
You are our other viewer. What are you talking about?
No.
Now she just admitted it. That's fucked up. She just admitted it. No, I'm not. I don't even watch you guys.
No, I'm not. I turn you off.
Sam, is that your
I just let it play.
Damn, she outed herself. Man.
No.
Sam, like, lie to me, jeez. Like, you know, we're talking about keeping it real with Britney, but
that's not what I meant. I meant, no, I'm not your only viewer.
You know,
I'm not a viewer.
Hey, whatever you do, Natalie, don't lock yourself in your house today. Come out once in a while.
Lock yourself in your house.
No.
We don't want her to feel like she has to be a part of a conservatorship because nobody wants her.
Yeah.
No, I meant like, okay, I usually see Amy on here.
Amy said that she had plans.
Sure, she just didn't want to see me.
Sam is here.
Oh man, now she's not.
I'm calling her out.
Yeah, you should know.
Naughty Brand is not here today.
There you go. But you know what? I only know the names of Amy and Vinny.
Amy and Vinny. And Vinny's here, so we have like half the crowd, so that's fair. Y'all need listen, and I guess this is is just to say that you guys need to watch us on Twitch because we're a good time.
We are a good time.
And
don't take us serious.
And I apologize. It was my fault. It's because I'm on here. Just nobody wanting to hear me.
She said which part? You're supposed to say no. No, it's not. You're like, yeah, really it is. But which part? I'll tell you which part it was.
Let me see if I accept your apology.
Let me see. Yeah, you're trying to see if you're on the same page with
the whole crowd is here. She is just on screen today.
I'm just teasing you, Sam.
I honestly don't even know where the conversation went. I don't even know what started this. She did this on purpose. We made her awkward. Now she's making me sweat.
Yeah. Look at you guys.
Don't look at me, Natalie. I can feel your eyes burning a hole into the
now you guys sound like Ricky and Ellie. Don't touch me.
I know.
That was funny.
Ricky's lucky she's not here today. It's going to embarrass her.
Next time.
She's always going to be back.
Yeah,
so
you're right. You're right. There's always room for opportunity. And she said it herself. She's an easy target. That poor girl. I hope she's having fun out there.
Dude.
She's doing Mariah Carey today.
She does it to herself.
She's seen Mariah Carey?
Yeah. I know.
Oh, that's right. Mariah Carey. And then
she
little
thawed
Christmas
herself
special.
and she's Christmas time.
Yeah.
She's out.
It's her time.
Yeah. Just a little Christmas box. But, man, you guys, this was fun.
It was
fun.
I wanted to say something before we wrapped up, but no, I guess I don't
We made you forget.
Pineapples.
Yeah. I don't. What's the reference?
Yeah, I don't get what pineapples is.
You know, like
you say it all the
just
time
don't
and I
say
never
it.
understand.
Just don't say it.
Oh,
Why?
But I didn't
It's
have
Kevin
anything
Hart.
to say. Oh.
Yeah, and that's why I don't get it.
Yeah. Like if you and your girls are having a conversation and one of your girls is gonna say something she shouldn't say.
Oh, we say
and she's about to
pineapples.
say like pineapples.
Oh,
That's like
okay,
the code word.
Oh, I see.
Now
I get it.
Now me and Hex just say it just to say it.
No,
at this
you should
point.
just pick something cooler.
Like what?
I don't
Titties.
know. Titties.
Titties.
Yeah, no, for sure. Titties is way better than pineapple.
Yeah, like
But
it's
it's
a
only
little
for
more
the
like
adults to say.
titties.
Children do not say it.
Titties.
Yes. It kind of sends the conversation in a different direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like pineapples. Like,
And it depends on how you say it too. You could be like you could say it like you're shocked and everybody will turn around.
Pineapples?
No, the other word.
titties.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Titties?
And everyone's like, where? Like
What's 800-8135?
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
What is with you guys in these subliminal messages?
Vinny Code is Vinny Code, so he probably
Vinny, is that like your? Did you just type in your authentication thing so that you can get into Twitch?
I think he's sending us his pager info.
Oh,
His beeper code.
oh, boobies, boobies.
See, I was looking at the
I'm old enough.
8008. And I was
So
like, that,
glad that I
what is
said
it,
that.
boob? But boobies, you got it. You got it.
Boobies. Okay. Listen, but
You guys
the
never
Gen Z
did the
would not
calculator
know
thing?
how to do that.
You
No,
guys
I
ever-
did.
You
no.
guys never did the calculator thing where you would spell words with your calculator and turn it upside down?
Yeah, so it could
Yeah.
show the
Yeah.
word. I don't remember any of them now, but that kind of brought me back to that.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
what a time.
Good times. To be a kid again.
Yeah. Hey, do you listen to Drake? Are you a Drake fan?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe when he first came out, but now I'm like,
Not anymore?
Yeah.
Okay, so I liked him when he first came out and during, and then he came out with, I don't know, whatever his latest, I think like the last two, I was like, oh, this isn't really for me. I think I grew out of this. And then he came back and I'm like, yes, Drake, do whatever you want. And then his kid Adonis, and now he has, the little kid has like a music video. Have you seen the music video? Have you guys seen Adonis music video?
But I heard about it because somebody was talking like the comparison on how he actually involved his son in the process versus how Khaled just put his son's like
Name
infant
out there.
picture on
Yeah. Oh my god.
but they're doing it in order for them to get their credits.
Yeah, royalties.
The royalties as they get older.
Yeah,
That's smart.
it's really good. I mean, the little kid, I don't know that I would want to be this type of parent, but it's genius. And the little boy can just do whatever he wants. He's so cute. But anyway, I don't know why I brought that up. I think I was just trying
nervous.
I think I was just trying to kill time so I can find the ending to this show.
You're like, I'm trying to segue out of this
and
fucking
I still
hell.
don't have it.
I'm trying to get out of this awkward moment.
This was really fun, and I'm really glad that you guys came out and, well, you, Sam, did this with me because what's going on?
No, she said, I'm glad you came out. I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Fuck you, you see?
Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa.
I had to let that one out because I'm in like this Britney rage, and so it just felt like you're the only person that I could.
Apparently, I look like your dad.
No, not at all. But I just needed to unleash
Maybe one of the
someone.
dirty bastard paparazzi, but other than that,
It's the camera, isn't it?
it's everything.
And you know what? Just to end it, like, I can't imagine being a person who's having like flash and clicking all day long, and just the misery of not being able to have any privacy or any real conversations with anyone because you're swarmed by people.
Can you imagine if they had this conversation? Yeah. The paparazzi would have had a field day.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's insane in the building, and they're going. Everybody would turn it into something that it's like we were just talking shit. We're just
and
all the tabloids be like, they're on the verge of divorce.
Yeah.
Like, no. We're actually, that was us getting ready to go get some tacos.
Right. It wasn't even anything to do with anything. It's so wild. Did you ever watch the Lady Gaga documentary?
I did not.
Okay, that's another one. You're going to have to watch it. It's on Netflix because she talks a lot about her own anxiety and stress.
I've seen part of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
Watch it. It'll make you cry.
It was dark.
It's a little dark. But I like the reality that she just kind of puts out there about her life and about her fame and her transitioning into this big pop artist well, she's still a pop artist, right? Whatever. What I'm trying to get at is that she does talk a lot about the paparazzi and having anxiety and being touched all the time by random ass people. So I think that was like, it's a good portrayal, I guess, so that people can see like, oh yeah, I guess it would suck to be a celebrity and not having any real privacy or always being looked at and always pictures and touching and
And then to have people always say, oh, that's what you signed up for. No, that's not what they signed up for,
right.
dude.
I'm such a kid librarian because that reminds me of a book called Thelma the Unicorn.
Thelma?
And she's actually a pony.
Okay.
Huh, Kara?
Oh.
She's actually a pony and she turns into a unicorn. She becomes popular and famous and all these people are like following her saying like, oh, we can do this to you because we're fans and we can and all this shit. And she realizes like, I don't want to be famous anymore. So she goes back to being a pony. So she could just be herself.
Yeah. You end up taking up this whole new identity.
You should read it. It's so cute.
I'm going to read it. Can I borrow it from your library?
Yeah, we have both Thelma the Unicorn and The Return of Thelma the Unicorn.
Do you like to read to kids?
I don't.
I don't really like them.
I just happen to have one laying around, but
I only like mine.
Exactly. You know what? That's the truth. I really only like mine. I'm not really into like, oh my God, look at all these babies.
Amen, sister. I feel that.
I don't think anybody's babies are cute except for ours.
I think the same thing.
It's like, bro, your baby is ugly, bro.
Oh, wow. So that's great.
Like, he's so cute. Where?
Yeah, no, I'm not into babies like that. I know there's like, I think there's people that are really into them. Like, oh my God, these babies are so beautiful. I want all the babies. And I'm like, oh,
you know the best thing about babies, though? Their toes.
Yeah, the little pebbles.
They're little grape. They're little baby grapes.
Yeah, they're super cute.
And they don't smell.
Super cute.
They get older. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Just wash those feet.
Just go sit in lavender or something for the next 3 days.
Oh. Yes. Okay, now you guys are making me want to go see my baby and have more babies, but that's another topic for another day.
Oh, wait, that wasn't a joke.
I was like, what was with the
pump?
Because we just had an argument. Now she's going to go home.
No, I want to go have kids. Yeah, after we just had this argument
this is comedic genius right here.
I guess. Understand.
Thank you, guys.
All right, you guys. Let's end the night. Sam, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
For talking about Britney with me. I'm really excited about doing more of these with you. And if Britney has another book, yes, we'll have to cover it some more. And if you have other chisme from other celebrities that you want to dive into, I'm down. Because honestly, for a little while, I was anti anything celebrity. And now all of a sudden, I'm watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Pamela's Garden of Eden or whatever it is. So I'm a big Pamela Anderson fan now.
Did you watch the show?
Yeah, the one on Netflix, the documentary.
Was it Netflix
No,
or was
that
it
was Hulu.
Hulu.
The Garden of Eden one?
Oh,
The
no,
one
no,
she's-
no.
The
Wait,
one
is it that
with,
one? Because the one on Hulu is the one with her, and then it's like they're actually in her house in Hawaii.
Was it Prime or was it Hulu?
Oh, maybe I haven't
Hulu.
seen it. I haven't seen anything in Hawaii.
I'll send it to you, and you tell me if you've seen it. Because then when you see the cover, you'll see. I think it's called Pamela.
Yeah, it's called Pamela.
It's an actual documentary, and it goes through everything,
Oh,
like her
really?
relationship with Tommy and
No,
her.
it's not an actual documentary. It's a show of her life, like a miniseries.
No, the one that I seen was actually
Her?
on her. I think that's the Netflix one. Maybe.
I saw the Netflix one, but that one was an actual documentary that talked about her and Tommy Lee or Curtis or whatever the
and
fuck's
then
name was.
even her kids, like she was talking to her kids about it. And her kids were within that documentary, and they're just like, that's crazy how she loved my dad so much, and she's till this day she still does. She just knows she can't be with him. It's a trip.
Yeah, she has an interesting life too. So, whatever
Yes.
celebrity gossip
Yes,
that
yes,
you
yes.
want to cover, I am so down.
I'm so excited.
You know why? That's what I was telling my son earlier. Sometimes our win is, unfortunately, knowing that other people are wrong, and we get to watch it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let me watch
or
you be
just-
wrong.
or just-
I like it.
Yeah, or just other people's misery that is
Yeah.
not as miserable as our
Because
misery.
then you think about your own, like, man, I thought I had problems. Like,
Right.
you got money and
Makes you
problems.
feel bad.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better about your
Yeah,
situation.
no, listen, to end this show, I'm newly again watching the Kardashians or whatever they are now, and then I saw Kendall cutting a cucumber like this. I almost fucking lost my shit. I was like, why is she holding the knife and the cucumber on the opposite end? I thought it was
Yes.
like the stupidest shit. I was
Didn't
like, what
I
is she
bring that
doing?
up inside in
Oh,
one of the
so glad.
podcasts?
Oh yeah, because you're like, I don't care, like, because I think we were just talking about how we don't care about, like, we don't take certain things serious from certain people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
like
go,
advice,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna take advice from some like a celebrity that doesn't know how
And
to
I
cut a
even said,
cucumber.
I was like, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
And then this bitch is over here cutting a cucumber.
And her mom's like, maybe we should call Chef.
yeah, all nice.
You want a snack,
Yeah.
you idiot?
No, mom, I can do it. And I'm like, bitch,
She's
you're
like,
about
damn,
to
I
cut
really
your hand
fucked
off.
up on this
She's like,
kid.
you're playing Twister with the cucumber.
She said, that's how you know I've been fucking paying attention to the older ones, and this one can't even cut shit right.
Oh my god, I could not contain myself. I was like, I wanted to like take a video and send it to my mom. Like, look, see, I'm not that fucked up. But like
That's your
bitch can't
that's your
even-
victory. I dig it. I dig
yeah,
it.
I can cut a cucumber.
But yeah, I would definitely be happy to come on and talk about the celebrity stuff.
Let's do it.
I think honestly, the next book we have to read, even though I don't want to do it, is Jada's book.
Oh yeah.
Because now
Even if you do it, it won't really affect her sales. So
his
you don't.
best friend is coming out saying that my daughter's staring at me, that he was having relations
invested.
with I forgot
Jada's
the
having
name.
relations?
No, Will was having relations with a person. Stop staring at me.
So there's
She
extra.
wants the juice. She's our number one fan.
So
over
there's
here.
there's more juice besides the two of them.
Dwayne Wright?
Oh, Dwayne, that's from that one show. Dwayne.
No. Dwayne, not Wright, because I was saying Jaguar Wright earlier. Dwayne.
Wade?
No. Dwayne. Dwayne. Remember, it's an old show. It's an old show. I don't know.
You know
if
the
you've ever
show
seen
that
it.
was based on Will Smith's life? It was called All of Us.
No. Girl, I'm so
Okay,
bad
you
at
know
this.
Look,
Gina.
we're trying to end the show
I know.
here.
Okay, you know what? I'll just text you.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of cheese coming out of there. I know we keep stopping and going into more. We're gonna listen to that. I'll send you the videos
Yeah,
where they're
let's
saying
do it.
this stuff.
Ooh,
Yes.
it's gonna get juicy. Listen, this podcast isn't gonna be about healing anymore. It's gonna be about gossip. Okay?
When Ricky's back,
Yeah.
it'll be about healing. When I'm here, it's gonna be about nonsense. Just total bullshit.
And a date
love it.
and your constant dose of making sure that I don't get to do anything.
That you stay in line.
I guess.
Listen, today's episode was produced live by Raymond Andrew at Rose City Sound Studio with your hosts, Natalie, and today, Sam from the Sam and Ray podcast. For inquiries, topic suggestions, and sponsorships, please email us at onthisfrequency@gmail.com, or you can also, do you have an email or no?
We did. We never used.
Well, you can send them a DM.
It's the Sam and Ray podcast@gmail.com.
And on Instagram as well with the same name. On This Frequency is available wherever you get your podcasts. And the Sam and Ray podcast is also available wherever you get your podcasts. Yes? Yes. All right. And you can watch On This Frequency every Friday on Twitch at twitch.tv/On This Frequency at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I believe that the Sam and Ray podcast drop a new podcast episode every Friday. Yes, so keep on the lookout for that. You can make sure to subscribe, like, review, send us all of the love, share the love with your friends, with your family. It really would mean a lot to us. And with that, happy Thanksgiving, you guys. We are not, On This Frequency is not going to be recording an episode for this following Friday. You guys have to be with your families. We are with the times. We do not make people work on holidays.
I thought you were going to say we're not going to have any
I was
family
going to say
time.
we're not Target, but they don't work Fridays either, and that makes me sad. Anyways, you guys have a great night.
Vénganse. Vamos a jugar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a cantar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a llorar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a fumar.